I must confess that it has surpassed the expectations that we had. We were indeed expecting good bids, but this seems to have gone beyond our expectations.
And can you give us the breakup of how much you're expecting in terms of e-auction, as well as what kind of royalty really the state governments are looking at over how many years?
All this will happen in the next 30 years. We are looking at a royalty of around 26,000 crores. The rest of it will be from e-auction. Some money will also come as an upfront payment to these. But I'd like to point out that not a single penny is coming to central government. We've done all the hard work for the state governments, and states seem to be happy about it.
Mr. Swarup, have you spoken with representatives from various state governments, the likes of Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, etc., which will be walking away with most of these revenues? What do they have to say in terms of this e-auction process?
They are extremely happy. We've been in touch with them quite regularly. We have always believed that the stakeholders should be on board with regard to what we are doing, and they seem to be very happy, but always wanting more.
Absolutely. So before I go on to the nitty-gritties of the auction process, the kind of investor response to the auction, everybody in the industry seems to be thinking that now is the time for commercial mining in the coal sector. What is the government's thought on this particular front?
You know, as you are aware that a provision is there in the ordinance with regard to commercial mining, but our view was that first we should attend to the requirement of those that had already invested. Steel industry, power industry, all these industries required coal, and hence we focused on captive coal mining. We also wanted to experience as to how this auction process will happen. Till a couple of months ago, not anyone believed that this would happen. We've learnt a lot, and through these learnings probably we'll evolve and see whether and when and how commercial mining will happen in India.
And have industry representatives spoken to you, various companies who are looking at entering the coal mining space purely for the commercial mining reasons? What is their key issues raised by them, and how is the ministry going to go forward on these fronts?
I think the transparent manner in which e-auctions have happened have conveyed a lot of confidence to a lot of people, and they certainly are looking forward to it. I must confess that we haven't really given it a lot of thought. We've been preoccupied with the auctions that are going on. So after these auctions are over, probably we'll apply a mind and see whether, if and how commercial auction will happen, commercial mining will happen in India.
And what are the two key takeaways from round 1 and 2 of the auction process if the government was to go back and actually take notes in terms of learning from these 2 rounds?
Use of IT applications and transparency. These are the 2 lessons that we've got from these auctions. And that is why they have gone okay, and we feel fairly satisfied with what has happened so far.
So given the last 3 months, post the Supreme Court's mammoth verdict cancelling all mining licenses to now, would you believe that the industry and investor sentiment, private sector participation has taken a 360-degree turn?
You will have to ask them this question. My understanding is probably they will be happier now than they were about 6 months ago.
Mr. Swarup, if I can take you to a key concern raised by the steel sector, in fact it is something that is also being raised at various courts, the fact that probably power as well as aluminium giants have mopped up most of the coal blocks and the steel sector is left wanting. Is that a cause of concern?
No, I don't think that's a cause for concern, because we have so many more mines left. I mean, in the first and the second phase, we are looking at about 76 mines. We have in all 204 mines, and I can assure every segment of industry that no one will be found wanting in terms of availability of coal. It shall be our endeavor to ensure that each segment of industry is provided with necessary coal. We have sufficient number of coal blocks, and they shall be provided to them.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.